my lords. I did very quickly, because I think the noble Lord Moylan has explained what his amendment is trying to do. I did, however, just want to query whether saying that narrowing the powers before the science is settled was an admirable aspiration. I mean, that gives absolute authoritarian power to a government to do anything they want because there's no science. It's not settled. I mean, how's that evidence-based policy? I mean, that's the opposite. You could do anything you wanted and so I really think that's very dangerous to do that. I wanted to more actually emphasise that flavours are part of smoking cessation, but I'm only going to do that very briefly. But the reason I wanted to do it was to quote Ash, because guess what? Ash say flavours are a very important way that adults actually vape and therefore give up smoking. So for once, I'm quoting Ash in a positive way to say that flavours cannot be demonised, and we have to be very careful what we wish for. But my main point was actually to talk about plain packaging. I thought it was interesting that cancer research made the point about plain packaging of vapes. One of the difficulties is that as soon as you say plain packaging, we know that we're going through exactly the same playbook as tobacco, and that it's being treated the same. What did we do? We said that we have to bring in plain packaging of cigarettes. Then we say, oh, now what should we do with vapes? We'll bring in plain packaging. And then we wonder why people get confused between vapes and smoking, or the attitude to the same. So cancer research makes the point that it's important the government considers, quoting, evidence to ensure that changes to vape packaging strike the balance between reducing the appeal to young people and those who have never smoked, while ensuring that vapes remain an accessible and appealing product to adults who smoke and want to quit. I also think that it's important to understand that point of sale information is actually essential to be able to communicate to any consumer making a purchase decision on whatever they're buying. You see the packet, that's what you decide to do. And I think that in relation to risk potential of a nicotine product, which is relatively safer than smoking, it is vital that we don't simply hide away what it is that we actually want adult smokers to actually consume. So I would just say that the danger here is that even in relation to communicating age restrictions, in shops you're going to have posters, banners, digital screens, all sorts of things. That does not equate having a demand that everyone buys vapes. But what it does do is it communicates to anyone who wants to buy vapes that they're on sale, the different types of vapes, and it also ensures that you can advertise the kind of age restrictions that we are demanding that retailers now enforce. So I think that there is a real danger of the kind of ultra position of plain packaging will have unintended consequences.